Sloss and Humphries on the road.
Muggins and cream and muggins, straight thuggin', living the dream.
And that's our intro.
Fucking muggles.
Tickling the clit inside your head that makes you laugh. They said it can't be done.
Well, you've been having a splendid time, haven't you?
I've been having some fun. Well, we were in, where were we, like LA?
Aye.
Where we performed at the Orpheum.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good.
We've recorded since I've been to Star Wars Land.
Oh, yes.
But we haven't recorded since you got back off your little nerd trip to London.
Yes.
Critical Role.
I got to host the first live show in Europe, first live show since COVID, and certainly the biggest one they've ever done. I'm pretty sure, like, the biggest live Dungeons and Dragon thing, like, ever. I think
it looked spectacular.
I think the official total was 9,607 absolute losers all crammed into one fucking arena. It was class.
I bet they're a nice crowd though.
Oh man,
dickheads amongst them,
sweet as fuck. But I was fucking dying right all the way before because man, I was fucking buzzing. Like I didn't realize the fucking size of the venue until I got there, and then like
I saw Ja Rule there.
Aye. Mm-hmm. I bet it was a different clientele.
Yeah.
There was nobody dressed as a fucking elf at Ja Rule.
But I had bleach blonde hair and bandana.
Yeah, well, I still cosplaying in your own way. It's like, man, the amount of like sneering, because it's right beside fucking Wembley Stadium. You could have got these fucking sneering bald men that normally drink in the pubs being like, I can't believe all those losers dressing up as elves. It's like, you dress up as fucking England players. Like, it's all pageantry.
You're dressing up as teenagers.
Aye.
You've got the teenager's name on your back.
What was different as a sport? Aye, all right, well, this is their sport.
You're literally cosplaying as Bukayo Saka.
Because obviously the cast and crew of Critical Role, well, the cast cannot go outside before a show that size because they'll just be mobbed, right? Like the queue for the fucking merch van outside was, I'm going to, not exaggerating, 750 people deep at one point.
Incredible. Do you reckon if they went outside in full costume so that like they were in disguise, the fans would still recognise them based on their body language? In the movement. Absolutely,
because it's not like they're playing like fucking alien characters where like there would be that much of, anything covering their faces. A lot of it's just, changing their hair color. Mind you, Travis did fucking...
What did I
Travis did green up, full greened up.
Did he green up?
I greened up.
Holy shit.
For an orc, proper greened up.
How do the orcs feel about it? Has he got like a whole does he know an orc? Mates with one orc.
They're all invading Ukraine. That's the term the internet is using for orcs because for the Russian.
I just thought you were being lame.
No.
I was going to give you a little snigger as well.
No. There was like at the start of the fucking war when Russia was doing all of the atrocities, which I assume they still fucking are because I don't think they stopped being bastards at any point.
No, that's done now. We've moved on to Israel and Palestine now.
Yeah, but I don't...
That stops so that we can... Does that not stop? Does the war in Ukraine not stop? Because there's another war, is that not how it works?
No, multiple servers, man.
Is this how world wars start? When it's on multiple fronts and they're doing proxy wars in different countries?
Maybe. The next will be like, we were talking to I was talking to a friend of ours in America who is, let's say, it's more centre, probably, I would say he's centre right, an American friend of mine. Wouldn't say, I don't know if he votes Republican anymore, but
centre right in America is probably like quite right here.
Yeah, but he's a fucking friend. We don't have to agree on everything.
No, that's true.
He was telling me I'm like, who do you think's going to win the next American election? And he's like,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He's coming back, baby. That's why it was his catchphrase. He was like, I don't think there will be like another election. I think there'll be another election, but if one side wins, the other side's going to get angry and everyone's like on a knife edge. And I'm like, that is like British pessimism there. It's been like, we're going to have a civil war.
Aye. I think though, the Americans in the British elections go swimmingly compared to other countries. Like where it's absolutely like fucking handing over the power. Like imagine fucking Russia trying to hand over the power, how fucking terrible that would go.
What do you mean?
Like Putin's nearest competitor won. That he's not just going to go, all right, fair.
Aye.
Fair's fair.
Aye.
We've got a constitution.
Aye, scuff his feet on the way out.
Aye,
Like,
damn it, we're so close. Nearly got another
God.
term.
Drat. Yeah. Victor Robert, who does it in Hungary, he's just like, I couldn't do it, man. I just didn't have the confidence.
You know, when I mentioned I've been listening to a podcast about what's happening in Israel and Palestine.
I don't know why we're talking about Israel and Palestine when we're talking about...
This, I know, we'll get back to this. I just need to tell you this.
Right. The content no one asked for.
I need to put this on record.
Okay.
Daniel, you don't understand. I need to put this on record.
Oh, I better not be your fucking stance.
I mentioned that I was listening to Fear and Loathing in New Jerusalem, which is available on Spotify.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's called Daryl Cooper, and he's from the Martyr Made podcast. I followed him on Twitter. Do not follow that man. Please do not follow that man. Oh my God.
What have you done?
He tweeted that Derek Chauvin
Yeah, the murderer of George Floyd
was an innocent man rotting in prison for doing his job.
Oh.
Doing the job nobody wants to do, keeping the scum drug addicts off the street.
First
and
of all,
I come out on the podcast going, I'm listening to this wonderful podcast about Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
So I looked him up, and Reddit says he's a fucking alt-right maniac that is super knowledgeable and knows loads of stuff. I continued listening to the podcast with that in mind. And I don't say it in him. It's weird. I don't say it in him. Like, I'm listening to it going, this feels so balanced. I'm coming away feeling like such like sympathy for the hardships of both sides of this atrocity, and going away in the knowledge that it was the British rule and the French.
I can't believe you sent our fucking fans to the new Milo Yiannopoulos.
I think I did.
You fucking
think I
dipshit.
did.
What the fuck, man? Like, I'm not saying that anyone who listens to this respects our opinions on fucking
anything. Them. I Tate baited.
Fucking see if we get less people leaving because of that than we did because of the fucking Johnny Depp thing. Then,
oh yeah,
aye. Right, can we not talk about it?
Oh yeah,
can we not be two white men talking about the Israel-Palestine?
I just want to put on record. check me sources. Check my sources before you go listen to my sources.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Well done on doing further research. I mean, after the fact.
Oh, I followed this guy thinking, I'd like to know what else he's got to say. No, I would not. No, I wouldn't.
So I'm outside. Because obviously none of the guys can go out in their full costume or whatever, or even go out themselves because they would just be rammed by 10,000 maniacs. I consistently went out and just reported back and just been like, you know, there's so many of this character, there's so many of this character. It was real funny nerd shit, like the box park where people drink, the hooligans who cannot get into Wembley to watch the football. This is where they normally drink, and it's just rammed with Critical Role
infiltrated.
fans. And you've just got all these bar staff being like, "What team is this?" And then they're like, "I don't know," but none of them make eye contact with us.
They're all socially awkward.
Yeah, man.
None of that chance catch on.
Sweet as fuck. I was walking around. And just, man, enjoying how just, like, wholesome nerds are. Like, there was a bunch of them that, like, because obviously so many of the people who like this online show that you can watch on Twitch about these characters who are all very different is because they can relate to it. It makes them feel less isolated. And because of that, a lot of them are fucking huge introverts. So there was just, like, a woman who was collecting all of the solo critters. Like, to just be like, hey, if you're not sitting with anyone, we'll all go in and we'll all...
Hold on. Just critters, is that the Critical Role army?
Yes.
Or the critters?
Critters, aye. From Critical Role, aye. That's what they call themselves. I call them dweebs and nerds.
Did we name our followers yet? Have we named our...
Mugs. And that's why we sell Sloss and Humphries mugs, because that's what you fucking are.
Slum-free mugs.
Yeah,
Slum-free mugs.
Slum-free mugs. I'll tell you, I'm not against it.
So someone was like solo critter.
just getting just making sure that nobody like felt alone. I'm like, can you imagine like as people like grown fucking men, England fans standing outside, being like, if there's any solo Scotland fans who've got no one else to go with, we'll be meeting by this tree to kick your fucking head in.
Devastated watching football in the pub in America, which we're talking about, and I showed you exactly how they were chanting. They saw me selling me on and tried to like loop us in on the crack. I didn't want that. I didn't want to watch the footy. No, but saying that though, if I was going to watch D&D and we had a shared love for the D&D. The D&D, you're such a fucking granddad. And you play it. Bad nerd.
Aye. So like my mum and dad came down. My mum, who knows nothing about Dungeons and Dragons, is just excited to see it.
I don't believe that for a second.
No, man. She doesn't.
In your house?
We never played. No, man.
Surely passively.
No, man.
Surely pass a perception check.
I only started playing fucking D&D. You were the first campaign I'd ever done. Before that, I was always Warhammer. I was always World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Like that was all my... And like Lord of the Rings, Warhammer. But no, we never did D&D.
Cosplay as Harry Potter.
When I was very young. And before cosplaying was a thing. I think I invented it. I invented it.
You went to the Harry Potter cinema screen and dressed as Harry Potter.
In Dunfermline.
Everyone went over horny.
Fuck it, I cannot believe I did not get my head kicked in dressing up as Harry Potter. Dunfermline in fucking Fife, Scotland. 11-year-old me watched the premieres of Harry Potter in America, in Hollywood, saw all the losers dress up there. I was like, well, obviously they'll be doing that in working class fucking
streets of
Scotland.
Fife. He had his broomstick.
I did. I fucking did.
He cosplays it. He drew a scar on his head.
He's not there. I don't know why.
Everyone thought I'm scratching my nose.
Oh, right, okay.
Everyone thought you were Alan Hansen. Scottish footballer with a scar on his head. Anybody not in the know? I know there's more dweebs than football fans on this podcast. So, did you go in character? Did you dress up?
No. I also felt hugely fucking like underdressed. So everyone, all the cast are in there. Like they're sort of not done up with themselves. Like Travis came out as himself.
Travis, the man I met at the LA show.
No,
because he had green hair, so he was halfway. He was halfway to green.
What do you mean? We have green hair? You mean Taliesin? Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't think we did meet.
Yes, I'm just saying yes.
Yes, of course, yes.
Taliesin, is that his character's name?
No, that's his name. His name is Taliesin Jaffe.
He was born with a D&D name.
Yeah. What else was
his name on a character sheet?
What else was he gonna do, man? You think he was gonna become an accountant with that name?
That's his actual name. He didn't change that name.
I don't know. I don't know.
Taliesin Jaffe.
Taliesin, T-A-L-I-E.
Is his character name like Colin Bell?
No, it's Caduceus Clay.
It's who?
Caduceus Clay.
Caduceus Clay.
Aye.
Corner man. Aye. Muhammad Ali.
Anyway, so no. Some of them came out dressed as their characters. Fucking Sam Riegel came dressed out as Jerry Halliwell. Half Jerry Halliwell, half Freddie Mercury.
Nice.
Like the Jerry Halliwell outfit, the sparkling Union Jack, and the Freddie Mercury mustache and look, and because it was the biggest. I mean, look, remember, these aren't live performers. These are people who've only been doing stage performances since this show became successful.
Am I right in thinking they're mostly voice actors, though?
They are purely only voice actors.
Sorry,
that's absolutely not true. Ashley Johnson and Laura Bailey, and I think Taliesin as well. They're all like legit actors as well. They've been in other stuff, but mostly voice acting in like all the fucking computer.
So to be in front of that many people is like a massive fucking change of pace for them.
Oh man, big for us. So
it was probably quite a big step for you, going from 5,000 to 9,000.
Yes.
But at least you've taken some steps along the way. Do they do like little club rooms on the way to get here?
I think like the first.
Do they play the stand?
I mean, people will fucking correct me here, but I think there's only been about, less than 10 like live shows, and for Critical Role, and they've all been in America, and I'm going to get yelled at by nerds who are like, that's not true. I haven't watched them all, I don't fucking know.
There have been 17 or 18 if you count the one that wasn't recorded.
Yeah, and I think when they did come to Toronto, all right, I'm not going to read these messages, don't send them, you're wasting your own time.
live shows.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Going
yeah.
in-
Oh
going
yeah.
into big
So
audiences.
I think they went from. I think their first one was like 1,000 maybe, and their second was like 1,500. Oh, and also they probably had massive ones at like the Comic-Con they've done when they've done panels and stuff. But like I think the biggest they'd ever done before was 3,000. So this was 3 times that
Yeah.
in an actual fucking
mad.
yeah arena, and in a part of the world they've never been to. Like they've all done it in America because that's where like their perceived success. And by the way, they are all still so unbelievably humble. Like it's to the point where I'm like, you guys need to catch up to where you actually are in life.
Can you
Like-
just have a little bit of arrogance, please, so I don't feel arrogant?
Man, they were like.
beneath you,
Matt,
beneath you
the-
with my arrogance. Come on, guys, you make us look like a prick.
They were saying, they'd be like, thank you so much for doing this. I'm like, you understand you're all infinitely more famous than I am. Like, this is very much you doing me a favour. Like, it's a privilege to be here. It's like, there's no way. Which I
Yeah,
guess...
but you're like, yeah, but I'm famous to people who live with their mum.
Yeah, you do see more of my fans out on the outside more regularly.
They'll be in pubs.
Yeah, not all of them. And if they are in pubs, they're the ones that are doing coke. God, I really do have such an eclectic fan base. Like,
You got really nice fans.
yeah.
Like I've been to some shows in the audience of other comedians that have like done well, and the crowd's a bit rowdy and drunk and want to be involved.
Aye.
Bert
Bert Kreischer, love the man, but his crowd, like, I don't enjoy watching his shows.
I felt for Bridges the amount of fights that broke out in his
100%,
show, and then I
aye.
went to watch him, and people were so loud behind me. Like if I wasn't there as like somebody that knew him as like a comp,
Aye.
I would have made a scene. If I'd spent fucking however much money on that ticket, I would have spent and made a scene telling them to shut the fuck up. But because I didn't want to cause any trouble in my friend's audience,
Aye.
I fucking kept my mouth shut. I can see why another drunk person who'd spent money would have just turned around and that would have been a fight.
Absolutely, of course, yeah. That's
Yeah,
how
you always take that litter home.
the Japanese football fans. Aye, fucking.
How did that happen?
I have no idea. You think it's because I'm vulnerable on stage? You think it's that? They've fallen for that facade?
I don't know. You just maybe it's because like you've never let them in.
What do you mean?
Like everybody feels like Kevin Bridges is their mate, and they probably played football with him on the street at school.
Uh-huh.
You never open your DMs.
And I...
like I feel like Paul Smith.
Aye.
They all think they're pals with Paul Smith.
Aye.
Every single one of them thinks they're his pal.
Darcy Michael does say this to me often. It's one of my favourite things. He's like, not wishes, but he's like, the relationship I have with my fans is very particular. Like, I'm just horrible to them all of the time. Like, I walk out on stage, I walk on like I'm fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. Fingers up in the air, don't even smile at them, give them absolute fuck all, regularly call them stupid, regularly tell them I don't respect them, regularly diminish myself in front of them so that the fact that they love me makes them fucking pathetic.
And if you interact with anybody, you make it clear you're just trying to crowbar into a bit.
Absolutely.
If they answer with more than one syllable, you're wishing them dead.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you, a fucking taxi driver? Hard your wished. Yeah, I mean, I like that. I think, it's a healthy fucking distance to have, because I think the opposite would drive me fucking mad, man.
Aye.
Like, I can imagine like the level that those guys are at now must be, again, because my fame's always been like incrementally going up. Like, it's always been like light exposure, get used to it, 2 years of like plateauing, which isn't a negative thing. That's how the world works and careers work. And then another small break, and then another small, and then a big break, and then a small break. And I've always gotten used to it. These motherfuckers, I think, in like the space of 3 years have,
It's just a rocket to the moon.
aye, Louis Capaldi levels.
Yeah.
Like,
And how is it affecting their mental health? Are they all right?
Oh, I think though. Well, I mean, yeah, probably, yeah. But I mean,
they've got each other as well.
and they're all in LA, so that therapy's so common in LA, especially amongst actors and shit. Like, yeah, I mean, from how they all were on Wednesday, they were all buzzing off out their fucking minds.
Yeah.
First gig I've been nervous for since.
I was going to say I would have been nervous for that.
Because, man, again,
Going on to open when they're not expecting comedy.
and also
It's like opening for a band in a way.
yes, and not knowing how much of the crossover there is, right? So, like, in the Venn diagram of like Critical Role fans and then my fans, obviously there's definitely crossover. I know there's crossover. How much is that, and how loud can those ones be, right? And then also, I can't walk on to a mostly neutral audience who don't know me with my attitude toward my fans straight away.
So you're going to be a bit unctuous.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, I did insult them. Like, I did, you know, I'm always going to do that. Like, and also, they're aware of, like, I don't think anyone in the arena was like, we're the coolest people on the planet right now. Like, it's...
So you were like, you're all nerds with me as well.
Yeah, but I was...
You're all nerds.
Yeah. I'm fucking one of them. I was over the fucking moon. I got the dice, I got the trifecta.
You rolled a crit 20.
Yeah, nat 20.
I'm being a bad nerd here.
Yeah, you are.
Critical failure.
Yeah.
Which is actually what they call it.
For a nat one, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then and then I rolled I didn't roll a 9, but I got with my +2 a 9, and because they're called the Mighty 9, whenever anyone rolls a 9, the entire audience yells 9. And as some
That's how the Germans started.
No, it's because they said yeah. Had they all yelled 9 at Hitler, we would not be having this problem. But they were like, yeah.
So is 9 just their thing?
Yeah.
That's not a D&D thing, because I've never come across that before.
No. It's just a specifically Mighty 9 thing, like Campaign 2 thing. And I got all 3 and I got to enjoy it. And what was your critical 20 on? Oh, nothing great, I don't think. Like my character, my very, very nerdy character was, Matthew was like, what do you want to do? I just need you to be, you're like you be a detective in this like bank crime heist thing. He was being vague, so I didn't get any spoilers, right? And you're going to be there first and they come in and see you. They're all level 20. You're level 5, right? Right. Because they've completed the campaign and this is them coming back. You're fucking useful. What would you like to be? And I was like, fat John Wick.
Nice.
Fat, alcoholic, Scottish,
My
dwarf. Absolutely. Yeah.
Short, you just describe yourself.
What do you mean fat?
I didn't say fat, you said fat. No, I didn't say fat.
Oh, wait, but you said describe myself after I said fat. No, I said, yeah, bring it up, but I said fat, and after that you went describing yourself. It was part of a list I was doing.
Okay.
So yeah, bring it fucking up. What would you like to be? And I was like, fat John Wick. You're being a cunt. That's a Anthony Donna joke.
Is it?
Yeah, when they're telling him to stop being a square. Stop being such a... cunt.
Nice.
It's so funny.
I still call my coffee morning brown.
I still say it to your wife.
I say to your wife, everything's a drum when I'm hitting it. So you're a Scottish fat dad bod.
Yeah, right. With and just I wanted to see how much I could get past it, right? Because man,
You're only going to be in for 15 minutes. You're like, try us. I'm going to be here for as long as I can cling on to this.
He didn't have any weapons, and he was missing fingers. His only weapons were 2 bottles, 2 green bottles with yellow labels with some sort of red wine in it, right? And when I did that, I can hear the laughter from all the Brits, all the Scots.
Had he done his research, or did you tell him this?
I described it to them. I told them, I was like, it's just a tonic wine because I was a drunk dwarf monk paladin because I worked at the monastery where the wine was made. So the amount of messages I got afterwards of people just being like, did you just make Buckfast canonically in the world of the world of Dungeons and Dragons? Like, insane boys and girls, we fucking did it.
That's class. That's class. I just love that.
Afterwards, Mercer, every single one of them came up to me. They were like, what was that fucking thing that you were describing that got a massive cheer? And I'm like, it's in, baby. There's no deleting this.
Yeah.
I got it through customs. I mean, they were thrilled. They couldn't give a shit.
So
they thought it was funny.
Is it out yet?
Yeah.
The
I think
footage is up.
it'll be on, by the time this goes out,
Great.
It'll be on YouTube.
And are you going to get an upsurge in social media?
I've already gone up a fair bit just from the live show.
Madness.
Yeah, like
So big. You know what? I remember the first time I met Matt in LA was the 2019 tour.
Yeah.
When this, I think it was just like in an arcade bar, but there was Big Trouble in Little China was on the telly. And when it finished, I took a photo. It was just, I was having a conversation with Matt about how like nerdy and like I had to say nerdy, nerd intelligence that they have. I don't know how to word it, but
I do. Autism.
Okay, right. How autistic his fans are.
Yes,
Nerd intelligence, for short, for long. So you just give me the stank as my phone beep. I'll leave the sound on my phone. I took a photograph of the screen at the credits when it was the costume designers and put it on Twitter so he could retweet it to say, does anybody know what film I've just watched? And he retweeted it, and fucking the amount of people that guessed the film based on the font
Oh, yeah.
of the name of the costume designer.
Oh, man.
Everybody.
Probably, man, these are...
More people than followed me before he replied.
Not even, it won't just be from the font, man. It'll be, those are people that enjoy cosplay, man. They will know the names of those
the
costume designers because they'll be fans. Like, that's the level of their,
So you know when you're like watching the credits and it gets past the actors and you're like, oh, who's this for? The family of the person that did it. Is that what it's for? You're like, nah, actually, there's people out there who...
Right. Do you want to know the other Easter egg that's in there? If you, by the way, I put this in because I know how, again, as we're talking, how nerdy the Critical Role fans are and how like passionate they are and how much into the backstory they will go. There's an Easter egg in my character's name. I'll see if you can work it out.
Okay.
His character is called Aggie.
Aggie.
He likes being called Aggie because his name is Rab Ag.
Rab Ag. He gets called Aggie.
Mm-hmm. Never Bob.
Never Bob. Bob Ag. Bob Saget.
Go back one.
Robert. Bob. Agro.
Just that. 2 words.
Baggy.
Nope.
Bob Aggie. Bob Ag. Bob Ag.
So, but you'd have to. It's Rab Aggie Ag because he hates being called Bob.
Bob Ag. Nice.
Aye, got it through.
Oh, Jesus, the fucking state of you. The absolute state of you.
Man, 4 million people are gonna fucking watch it. Like I've got it all through. It was fun, man.
How did your character die, or do you not want to put spoilers?
No, but it was. I mean, the whole point was, Matt was like, "Do you want to be in it?" I'm like, only if I die. I'm not comfortable enough yet to step into the world and be any fucking good at it. Like, especially to the degree, I don't want to ruin my favorite thing, right? Mm-hmm. As much as I would, as people go, would you like to be in the Lord of the Rings movies? You go, no, I would ruin the Lord of the Rings movies.
Aye.
Yeah. Do you want to play for Newcastle United? I would be shit for Newcastle United. Like,
that's what I think when Steve Bruce was the manager, because he's a boyhood Newcastle fan. I was like, no, he's not. If he was a Newcastle fan, you wouldn't be anywhere near that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm a Newcastle fan, but if you put me on up front, I'd be like, I support this club more than I want to play.
Even managing it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not good enough for the thing I love. So I was like, I only want to do 15 minutes. And I was mad. I just played a drunk, aggressive me.
When you come off where you're like that kid who got on stage on a festival and sung Thiago Silva. Have you seen that clip?
Yes,
of the festival goer that gets brought up on stage to sing a verse.
Aye.
And he sings the verse and he absolutely fucking kills it and he whacks off and he's just like, what the fuck's just happening?
Oh, I think I did quite well. Like I think the cameo was, from all of their feedback, the cast feedback, they were like very, very happy with it, and all the crew were very happy with it. And I'd get a lot of messages afterwards telling me. I'm very happy that I now have also the shortest cameo in Critical Role history.
Oh, nice.
It was previous record, I think, was like 45 minutes.
I weren't taking any risks with you. Right, this could be a disaster.
We got it, yeah. Oh man, it was so fun. I mean, and the gig was, I didn't, I said to them, they were like, how much material are you going to do? I'm like, I don't think I'm going to do much of my own material. I think I'm just going to go and fucking, hype them up, make fun of them, talk about the fucking thing, do some inside jokes.
So you treated it like a bit of a corporate where you've got a bit of work to do beforehand. You're going to write about the situation rather than just go in and get straight into your stuff.
Yeah, but I know, but
then you can segue into your stuff.
Yeah, but I didn't. Yeah, my version of writing wasn't sitting down and writing any jokes for it. My version of writing was walking outside regularly, observing everything, and then talking to Elliot Steele, who I got tickets to, and the whole time we were walking around, he was like, bruv, please don't tell anyone I came here. But then fair play to him because I absolutely smashed the opening. He posted about it, and then also because I got the Nat 20. And
Did then loads of people get photos with him just in his natural garb, thinking he was a tiefling?
fucking goth.
Because he done a D&D campaign with us over Zoom during lockdown.
The Elliot's so fun at Dungeons and
So,
Dragons.
yeah,
Like he, like as much as he fucking gives off, and man, he's an anime nerd. Like he's, he likes, he's obsessed with fucking like Russia and Japan. He's a dweeb.
Aye.
He's a big dweeb. He just does Muay Thai and grew up went to a working class school, so still has to act in a certain way.
And he just comes across like an alt-right.
Yeah.
Tape it.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Yeah, man. And then short cameo, managed to get off stage, very happy, stole so much.
Did you got loads of memorabilia?
Robbed. Yeah, man. Handed out to like all of the dice that were like used on stage by everyone. I was like, that's mine. That's not their own personal dice. Because man, every live show, there's just loads of dice backstage. And they're like, I think for like, none of them brought their own boxes or anything with them through customs. It was just like stuff there. So I wasn't stealing Laura Bailey's actual personal dice.
I mean, you're protesting quite a lot. You have to be
But
very
I stole
specific.
I stole all of the extra ones. Just specifically not. She's the only one that scares me. It's not true. She's a sweetheart. But she would kick my head in. And then went out and got very, very drunk with most of them.
Yeah, where did you go?
Just back to the hotel. Well, I mean, at Wembley, there's like
To go to the tavern.
Aye.
Pick up a quest.
Aye.
Let's have a break and play now to cool the cameras down.
Aye. We'll get some water as well.
Yeah.
Advert time, motherfuckers. That's right, we're sponsored. We actually have a sponsor.
We have proud sponsors. We are proud to have sponsors.
There it
Cross.
is. Yes.
Thistley Cross.
Thistley Cross Cider. If you've ever tuned into the streams that I did during lockdown, or if you've ever spent any time with me, you will know that one of my favourite drinks is Thistley Cross Cider. It's a Scottish cider company. It's a very small business, and that's why I support it so much. I'm very proud of the nation I'm from, and these drinks are delicious. It comes in 5 wonderful flavours. We only have 4 here. Elderflower, which is not there. It comes in original. It comes in Scottish fruit. It comes in strawberry. And my personal favourite, and the award-winning one that they have multi-award winning, is the whiskey cask flavoured, which is, apart from their normal process, which is to brew it and ferment it for an extra 3 to 4 weeks, as opposed to their competitors, which do it for 3 or 4 days. This is then also left in old whiskey barrels for an extra 4 to 6 months, giving it just an extra bit of flavour. And
it won the best flavoured cider in the 2023 Cider Awards, which means it's the current champ.
Yeah,
it's the reigning champ.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
And you can have all of these and the Elderflower one if you go to thistleycrosscider.co.uk and use the promo code ThistleySloss10 to get a 10% discount. Unfortunately, this promo is only available in the UK just now. That is because it is a small independent Scottish business. So hopefully when we help them grow their brand, which they deserve to grow because it is legitimately delicious, you'll finally be able to get it in Lithuania and Mexico or wherever.
And if you type in Thistley Humphries 15, you will get an error code.
Does not work.
Because my name doesn't scan.
It's brewed in Dunbar, East Lothian. It is fermented for 3 to 4 weeks as opposed to 3 to 4 days, which their competitors do. Yeah. And it is available right now at thistleycross.co.uk with the promo code ThistleySloss10. Drink responsibly.
Gareth Wall messaged me afterwards saying, how'd you got an actual 20 at Wembley Arena? That's the closest any of us will ever come to scoring for Scotland.
That's about right now.
Oh, absolutely.
You're like, the real natural 20 was me getting the gig. Whereabouts in the series is it, like, if you were to listen from episode 1 so that you are in the loop by the time it got to yours, what episode's it on now?
Oh, so there are 3 campaigns. The first campaign is like 130 episodes long.
In each episode's?
It is between 3 and 5 hours long. It's like catching up on the fucking news, man.
Add on. That is it's like fucking watching Corrie from the beginning.
Yeah, man. It's
Can you just jump in the skipping ropes?
you?
What
I
about
mean,
this campaign? They're obviously putting bookmarks.
So, so this one that they've done wasn't part of the campaign. So at the end of campaign 2 ended, and this is like, and they reunited 4 years later after. Oh, I mean, this is like 9 years after the campaign ended. It's like a fucking little sequel, a little Christmas fucking bonus. Being like, all right, and here's a little adventure that they go, and the gang get back together one last time.
It's Joey.
Yeah, it's Joey. Yeah, but in their own.
It's the Cleveland show.
Yeah. So it's just a one shot.
Because I've got a hell of a long drive coming up this weekend. I'm going to St Albans via Liverpool and back to Glasgow.
Yeah.
So it's probably like a 1,000-mile round trip. That.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll be able to chew through a season of Critical Role. I'm not driving to Beijing.
No. Have you watched the cartoon on Amazon? Legends of Vox Machina? Yeah.
I think did we watch the
We watched
the pilot super high.
We watched the first 3 at Mercer's house
Is
several
that
months.
based on the full campaign?
That's based on the first
So I
campaign.
could catch up on the story of the campaign by watching that.
Yes, and and campaign 2 is being turned into a TV series as well, but it's just not had its first season out yet. You could do that. Also, Matt does a really good job at the start of the fucking special explaining where they all are and stuff. But yeah, I think you would miss a lot of the references. Like, Ali was there, and he's not listened to any of Critical Role, and he enjoyed it, but he was like, so much of it was lost on me. Yeah. Whereas, Grant and my fucking old math teacher were like, that was the great, like, that's exactly what we wanted. And I think season 3 now, campaign 3, I think they're up to like episode 70.
There's so many benefits to being like a full-on nerd about it, because I'm playing Baldur's Gate right now, and
Mercer's in it.
Is he actually?
Yes.
Who?
As is, I thought.
Is he one of the starting 4 characters?
No, he's towards the end, and I don't think he's the only one. I think also maybe Laura. I think another one of them.
I mean, it would be remiss not to have them. Like, it would be really weird if they made like the biggest D&D game for the PS5 and just ignored the D&D world.
Yeah.
They've got to loop them in.
Yeah, but I mean, they do. I mean, they're all voiced, they all work on fucking everything. I guarantee you've played games which were voiced by everyone on the stage, and you just don't know these people have voiced characters that you know, like in TV shows and cartoons. And
because they're not doing the voice when they're speaking to us. I'd be like, oh, Judge, yeah, because I still have to have a look. Right, what's encouragement again? Roll 1d4. What's not even called encouragement? I've just been a bad nerd.
Inspiration, right? It's Jesus Christ! It's been so long since we've played.
But
oh man, speaking of just fucking being an absolute nerd, last night, as always, we have our little fucking Gloomhaven group. Me, Gareth Waugh, our friend, and. You were playing on your PlayStation 5 in the room with your wife, Natalie, and said, I think, Matty, have you played your 10 gold to get the blessing from the monastery? And she just got up and left the room immediately.
She stormed out. Get your blessing from the oak, the mighty oak.
That was it.
We fucking just stormed out like...
Fucking aye.
Stink eye. Toss that.
Can't believe you've made me marry this.
You know what though? I feel like I love nerdy stuff, but I do feel like I'm wearing somebody else's suit. Like it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit with who I am, but I do enjoy it. It is odd. Like driving someone else's car.
Yeah, it's me and Gareth are like that in general, but you and Elliot are very much tourists into nerddom.
Yeah, and even if I've got more hours than somebody...
I wouldn't even say just tourists into nerddom. I think you both have chalets in nerddom.
Aye.
You've got a bigger one than Elliot's, but that's only because you tour with me and I force it on you.
And I tell Mark I don't have one. I just visit sometimes.
Man, fucking...
Nelson's so funny how much of a stance against D&D that he set up.
Yeah.
He'd love it.
Aye.
He'd be great at it.
No, I don't.
So creative.
I don't think he'd be able to fully surrendered to it. Like Katie Marks was excellent at it,
So
because
good.
even though he found it nerdy, he was like, all right, the best way to enjoy this is to just go in and
fully commit to the
Aye,
character.
aye.
Because I thought he'd done a swing and a miss when he wrote his character sheet that he was this gnome that thinks he's a giant.
because he was raised by giants.
He's a lot bigger
Won't
than what
go
he is.
into any building, won't go into any tent, won't go into any tunnel because he's too big to
too
physically
big.
get into those things. Won't go on anyone's shoulders because he'll
want to
crush
crush
them.
anybody.
Won't let anyone pick him up because nobody has the strength to do it. A really annoying ally to have.
Yeah.
Very, very funny.
Oh, he committed to it so hard that it worked.
Oh, it was great, yeah.
If he just like had that as like something that just occasionally comes into play, but the fact that it was always a problem,
Yeah.
made it hilarious and made it just something that as friends of the character we had to work around.
That was also that was when we were playing Dungeons and Dragons in Australia, and it was when me and Cara just got together, and
And you're trying to break her in gently.
she stayed in the room, but she put her headphones on, and I noticed that all of us started needing to use chapstick because I think she was drying up the room by sucking all the moisture.
We called
out
it a
of it.
dehumidifier.
She was like, I can't believe I've ever seen him naked.
I just spent the whole time parched because of how much she was drying out the air. Guy Montgomery was good.
Everyone was good. Hastings was very funny.
We are in a very good industry for people to play D&D with.
Absolutely.
And don't take advantage of it enough. But also because like we all live in different places, it's really difficult. Like you have to go, right, there's a festival on, we're all here for a month, we're all committing to these days, and we're gonna bash it out. That's how it worked in Melbourne. And that's how we should do it at the Fringe, but
I think but you're also putting it in the same way that like if you go on like I'm a Celebrity or like This Morning or Strictly Come Dancing, if you go into that, you open yourself into another audience, and which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But the amount of comedians we know that went on to I'm a Celebrity managed to tour off the back of it, but now they're gigging to people who don't watch anything post-Watershed. They're all old, middle-income fucking people, and they don't like that audience.
Britain's Got Talent crowd, that comedian.
And that's not what I'm saying critics are, but I'm saying if you're going into Dungeons and Dragons realm and you're bringing nerds to your comedy, be aware that you're changing the fucking pH of your audience.
Yeah.
Right? Which I'm absolutely fine with, but I think for I think if we were to try anything on the circuit, Elliot Steele would never publicly play Dungeons and Dragons with us, even though he's very funny at it.
I don't think it would draw in a prudish audience, though. Like, it wouldn't mean the war.
I don't think there would be any.
There would probably be a touch sensitive, but only out of kindness.
It's just it's. I mean, I'm not saying that everyone who plays Dungeons and Dragons is left wing, but it opens itself and makes itself much more accessible.
Yeah, you could end up doing a lot of like preaching to the choir sort of stuff that you see from a lot
from left wing comedians. Aye. If you're a right wing comedian, your job is to make fun of right wing people, and if you're a left wing comedian, your job is to make fun of left wing people. Stop being a preacher and trying to just
hold your own side to account.
Yeah. Like you're the only person that's going to be able to fucking convince them. Your job is to hold a fucking mirror up and go, "That's you, you ugly cunt. That's what you fucking love. Not this handsome chap, not this perfect man, but that fucking monster right there."
Yeah, we're the same.
I'm relatable. Come see me live.
I've got a big drive coming up, so I filled the tank with petrol, and because I tell you this, I'm a Tory now. Do you know that?
No.
Do you know I inherited a second car? I tell you about this, didn't I? I don't think I mentioned it on the podcast.
I don't think you did.
Natalie's mum and dad bought a new car.
Okay.
And give us their old one because it had 7 weeks left on its MOT. No, like put it through its MOT at the end. If it goes through, you can have it. Right? And I was like, I'm just scored an Audi. I don't know if you know anything about my family, but we don't have spare Audis lying around.
Yeah. Also, Guy, I have stayed up with you until 6 in the morning, and having a flight at 9 a.m. Watch you still go to get the free breakfast because you cannot turn down a free breakfast.
So imagine me getting a free Audi.
God, you married up.
I totally did. I love how our house is just the perfect blend between step up from where I grew up and a step down from where Natalie grew up, and like an in the middle just house. Natalie's just like being humble, and I'm like, la dee da, scratch my legs.
Oh, I'm similar, but I think the opposite from that for Cara. I'm the
I don't know. Your house is probably bigger than your mum and dad still.
yeah, and also definitely bigger than Cara's one growing up and stuff. Yeah.
But I filled the tank with petrol for my big drive, and then it fucking failed its MOT on something structural. I was only meant to have it for 7 weeks anyway until the MOT. I was warned, but I'm just like, I have got this car forever, and fucking filled the tank. So now I've got a full tank of petrol in a car I can't use.
Wait, I don't understand. What you put the wrong petrol in it?
No, I filled it up with petrol,
And then
and then now it's not roadworthy
why?
because it failed its MOT.
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay, that took far too long for me to fucking catch up there.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I've just got like a full tank of petrol in a car that I can't use.
Surely you can drive it to its MOT.
Oh yeah, I've done
Like,
that.
if-
I
yeah.
didn't burn an entire tank of petrol down. I didn't get the MOT in St Albans.
Well, it's there. Petrol doesn't go off. It can sit in there for a while
Till what?
till you get it back.
Give it away by any car. Yeah, well,
Oh, is it? So the structure damage.
the amount that I would be spending to repair this car, I'd buy another car.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's just such a fucking like the working class person in me is yelling at me for like.
Oh, what, for just losing the fucking petrol money? You can siphon it out, you fucking Jake Bob.
That's what I'm on about. This is where I'm at, Danny. Right? It costs 90 quid to fill the tank. That's not.
It's not a small amount of money.
That's not a small amount
It's
of
not
money.
a small amount of money.
Right? That's a lot of money. Like where in positions I've been in, coming into that amount of money would have made me cry.
Aye.
With like,
Changed your
I
mind.
can't believe I've gotten myself out of this mess.
Yeah.
But I know how much of an amount of money that is. I don't think it's enough to pay us to suck fuel. I don't think £10 off. The fact I need to buy jerry cans would bring down the value.
Oh, fucking hell. Jesus Christ, there's the snatching you. Fucking being like, well, maybe I can steal jerry cans. That'll be a fucking discount. I gotta get a hose pipe next door. I've got one. If I nick it during the night and I do it during the night, they'll not. I can just replace it in the morning.
Like, I suppose if you've got a jerry can, you can just pour it into my other Audi.
Aye.
If you've got another Audi, stop sucking on petrol.
Yeah.
I'm really conflicted with the situation in life I've found myself in. It's not who I am, and I don't know how to live in it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Like your face watching me in business. I know we've already talked about my business etiquette, but we didn't cover this. I was just not even thinking I was being washed. Thank you for that towel. Oh, it's quite hot. Hot face. And then up up me top, down my armpit. And I just look over at you just like,
There's a shower. There was not a shower. There was not a shower. That's it. We're not there yet. Yeah, that wasn't on.
how not?
It's not
They're
for
the
your.
bits that stink.
It's
I'm
not.
giving them
It's
it's for
not. It's
everybody
not a
around me.
cleansing towel. It's a refreshing towel.
I refreshed the gamping bits.
The what?
Gamping.
Gamping.
I made that up. It sounds right.
Houfen.
Houfen.
Absolutely. Houfen bits. Bogging.
Glopping.
Glopping.
Oh, no, that's what dogs do. Like, you know, when you can just hear a dog when you're asleep, when you can hear the dog giving it the beans.
What was any of that fucking sentence? Do you think that's going to bring any international fans in? Say that sentence again.
You know, when you're asleep at night
Uh-huh.
and you can hear the dog giving it the beans,
That's glopping.
that's glopping.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
When the dogs clean themselves and they make that glopping noise.
So it's
Dogs self-groom.
Aye, okay. And the onomatic pick sound of them is them glopping their balls.
Self-grooming of their balls, of their gash, of their feet.
Aye, of their fur is glopping.
Glopping. It is known as glopping as well. That's not just a word I made up.
But where is it known as glopping? You understand, to international listeners and viewers, you make us sound like you're making us sound like what we think Ireland is, like where it's a magical land of silly things and rainbows and what. Like the word glopping exists here. That's
Do you know honking piece of kit is a common insult?
yeah.
You knew that? That's not just like
Honking piece of kit is like that's a bad outfit.
Your hunking piece of kit. It's normally used between squaddies as you fucking tramp.
Oh, yeah, you're dressed shite.
Aye.
Aye, okay.
I like being on high. Like I was being a hunking piece of kit when I fucking
Right, okay.
wake myself doing with a. Do you know as well? Litter on an aeroplane is called gash.
I beg your pardon?
Gash
Litter on an ashtray.
on an aeroplane.
On an airplane is called gash.
Mm-hmm. And the bags that you put the litter in is called a gash bag.
Nah, you're not having me.
Google gash.
Nah.
Google gash bag.
No, because then you win. If I Google it, you convinced me and you win. I can't do it.
Glopping. Glopping is a dog sucking itself off.
Fucking hell,
Gash.
Matthew was here.
Is aeroplane litter.
No, this is like the time that you thought poop meant fart.
I worked on an aeroplane, collecting litter. Mm-hmm. And the lads would go and get all the gash off there. Tell the,
Right, yeah, right.
tell the steward you need a gash bag.
Were you... I fucking knew it.
Then I stand by it because
You know, you were just bullied by your elders.
I thought it was just a slang term amongst the people at Newcastle Airport. Can't get all the gash off.
Did a science teacher ever send you for a long stand in another room?
Like that sort of stuff.
Aye.
But not just getting me with it. Everybody called it that. We're all called it gash. The litter. Can't get the gash off that plane. There's a gash bag, right? And I thought it was just a slang. It's us saying funny. Like, I thought that's what we were doing. And then it was someone on, like Brian from Big Brother rings a bell. There was somebody on Big Brother that started talking. He was an air steward.
Oh, aye.
And he started talking about calling it gash. And I was like, yes. I thought this was a localization.
Was he from Newcastle?
I'm bullshit, you know. I'm not. I'm not. No, I'll never trust us.
I'd never trust you anyway.
I don't think you're from Newcastle.
Nah. I'm fine to Google Brian from Big Brother just to find out whether. I'm not Googling Brian from Big Brother's gash though.
And
I feel me twice.
do you believe it's about glopping?
I believe that in your magical little world of fucking Blythe, that yes, people say clopping. I'm not sure if it's a
It
universal
was
term.
actually Mary. Like our greyhounds were glopping.
Only one, Brian Dowling, is that him?
Yeah, that rings a bell.
This one?
Was he an air steward? Where's he from? He's trying to see if he's a Geordie.
I am. He's from Ireland.
Is he?
Another magical land of pixies and fairies.
Oh, you can't call him that. Because he was an air steward.
Hey, no, I think I can. He's married to a man. So therefore I can't call him a homophobic slur.
Because he is one.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I thought after all the fucking wholesomeness of me enjoying myself at Critical Role, we maybe wouldn't be paying anything today. But,
But then you called Brian Dowling a fairy. A flying fairy. That's what you said. Do you know that's what the army call the Air Force?
I'm going to fucking knock you out. If you try and get me.
I'm fucking popping fact like nobody's business.
Yeah, what, you think you're a fucking penguin, do you?
What do you mean?
You know, they've always got facts.
Popping facts.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, no, penguins is jokes. Fuck. Lol. What's it that does facts? Snapple does facts.
Did some of the ice lollies or crackers when you pull a cracker?
Jokes, facts.
Jokes are facts. There's one on one side, one on the other, isn't there? And then you get them leaping frogs where you press its butt and it leaps.
Aye. Nail clippers.
Nail clippers, and then you fucking hit the big one when you get the screwdrivers that work on your glasses. You're like, yes, that's me staying away from the sellotape. From like,
Different Christmases.
what's in your crackers? Caviar,
Oh, no, wait, no.
Caviar crackers.
How fucking dare you?
So I call white people. Tories, caviar crackers. What do you call it when I culturally appropriate middle class?
Well, you cosplay as middle class.
Huh?
You cosplay as middle class. Aye.
And
Also, it's not you that cosplay. Your wife dresses you as somebody who, like, she's like dressing up three dogs in a trench coat and taking it on.
how long before that's just who I am? But
Well, first of all, will you stop paying attention to the butt, you dumb cunt?
hi, bud. How are you? Is ending it with how are, right? How can we teach the American listeners the beauty of how are?
Sure.
It's just like, come on, get on board. How are? How are?
Use it in context.
How are, man? Oh, man.
But use,
Put it up
it,
your nose.
use it in further context.
Come on, let's go and have us on a bag, how
I know it's only Wednesday, but I don't know. It's a tough 2 days away. Away.
Put you off on Thursday. How man? Put a little man at the end as well. How man?
With your eyebrow raise.
How man?
Just like
you-know-you-want to translate, you know you want to. How man, you-know-you-want What a belter sentence.
Say again.
How man, you-know-you-want
Sounds like again, just another mystical spell that would summon something out of a fucking tree that would grant you 3 wishes, but all the wishes would go wrong eventually.
Usually get a blowjob after saying that. How man, you-know-you-want It's a blowjob spell. What was the one I said to you before? The flying fairies. That's what the army called the
Don't believe
Royal
you.
Air Force.
No way.
And, do you know
No
what
way,
they're called?
because I know for a fact that in the army, Navy's the one that they call.
Nah, puddle jumpers. They are called.
But they're homophobic to the people in the Navy, aren't they? That's the whole
Aye.
thing. Paddle jumper's not a slur for anything. Fairies is a slur.
Aye, that's the one that they use on the RAF. And they use puddle jumpers.
That's what the army called then.
I think they insult themselves.
No, but what do the other two call them? Oh, the big boys.
They just
Crayonators.
They just rise above it. They've been pricks.
Oh, God, we're all on the same team, you fucking morons.
All right, you just need a lift anyway. How was it? Is what thinking if we get in Afghanistan, you're gonna whack there, you fucking absolute mugs.
So I assume you guys just want no UAV, right?
Sorry for calling you ferry. It's alright if I have a lift. You know, don't jump the puddles, right? That's the RAF. You're thinking the RAF.
Aye.
They jump the puddles.
Skim over the
We go
top.
through the puddles.
I think they would have kicked me out of the army on day one.
Oh, you're RAF through and through.
Yeah?
Twizzle your moustache.
What do you mean?
Like,
You reckon I go high up in the RAF, or you think I'm just going to be like a fucking deck cleaner?
oh, you gotta be middle management. So I'm warrant officer.
And it,
But you gotta have a nondescript accent,
filing.
an accent of travel.
Yeah, no, I don't think they would.
Little posh kids that just displaced.
Yeah, I think I could be inspiring to Dungeons and Dragons fans. I don't know if I could inspire anyone in a militaristic position. I think they,
No.
mind you, I did, and this is the exact same.
Could you give orders?
Oh, well, no, because I hate structured hierarchy. So, and authority figures, and that's why I don't think I'd find that good. I think I wouldn't be good at deferring, and I also think I would be very awkward. I'm sure that I'd have that fucking beat out of me, but I don't think I would enjoy other people like deferring to me. I don't think I could be strict enough to
I didn't
train.
climb the ranks in the Air Cadets. Like,
No, I didn't.
did it for a few years. Like, there was nobody who was giving me any authority.
Is
It's a really dangerous position to put the younger cadets in.
the Air Cadets just like the fucking karate of like the army world, where it's like
You do a lot of stuff. I fired
people-
a lot of guns. I flew aircraft.
Yeah, and people who do karate
went-
do lots of kicks and lots of chops, and they get a black belt. But I guarantee anyone else in any other art form could kick their fucking head.
Aye,
in.
but I think like you can just go into any sports hall and do a fucking karate kick and a karate chop, right?
But that's what I'm asking about Air Cadets. Is how Air Cadets is that version of it.
It's grooming you for the forces,
Right.
By showing you some fucking cool stuff. That's
yeah.
part of it.
Right.
It's introducing you to travel. It's introducing you to weapons at a young age.
Right.
It's class. Like considering like you say, the other clubs are fucking karate chops, and this one you're fucking firing an L98 down a range.
Aye.
What else did we do? Done like loads of camps, like adventure training, night exercises, like all that sort of stuff. Good stuff.
What were the night exercises?
Like you have to like games of fox and hounds type of thing, where you have to go and like infiltrate another team's base
Aye.
without getting spotted.
Kiss them.
Got your poncho on and that.
What's the poncho do? Just stop you getting wet.
Yeah, stop you getting wet.
Yeah, you're fucking made for the RAF.
It's me running around the fucking Welsh woods with a poncho on.
Oh, this doesn't make any noise. I think they're coming from that direction. What makes you say that? Well, I hear fluttering and then the sound of somebody walking into a tree and then fuck. Oh, they've just hit another one. Do you think it's the Geordie? Yeah, he just hit a hawey-man to a tree.
The only bit of light just sparkled off his glasses. What else did I do with the RF? With the air cadets? I wore a beret.
Aye.
I had to wear a beret. You had to do drill. Done a lot of drill.
What was
A lot
drill?
of marching.
Singing songs with chance?
You have to get... Nah,
I don't know what I've been told.
I wish that would have been class, that.
But I've been gay since 3 years old.
So I joined the Flying Fairies. You have to like stand in order of height, and then your right dress, which is put your arm up. I'm just fucking this is scratching the back of my brain. This where you put your arm up, so you got the right marker, and everybody gets in line, and then you put your arm up, and then like there's something where you like step. I can't remember how you did, but you get in line, and like everybody is in uniform of like their height. I can't remember which way it goes. Like the tallest person's the right marker, but then like maybe you get shorter towards the back left. I can't mind exactly, but there's like a really efficient way of getting everybody looking uniform, and then you start marching. Your thumbs down the seams of your trousers, and then you'll salute the officer as you go by.
Do you say left,
about
left,
turn?
left, right, left? You say that?
Bit of left, right, left.
Aye.
So maybe we do like a little bit of chanting. Actually, I lied earlier. Not like me. Left, left. And you can check your steps so you know if you're out of step. Like if you're marching and everybody's in line with you because you're the right marker and I'm out of step, there's like this little leg where you look at the side of your chute, hit the other one, and you just do like a little half step and you're back in line with everyone. That's really neat. Still use that sometimes when I'm walking with my lass.
Aye. Did you get bullied for going to this thing?
Lee Brosnan used to throw rocks at us. Honest to fucking God. This is a lad who's one of my best mates. I played football with him Sunday League right through. Fucking,
Trying to knock the beret off your head from distance.
Mate, him and his brothers. That's before I knew him.
Like a duck shoots out.
Before I knew him.
There's our best friend doing...
Trying to be like fucking, the Queen's Guard. Trying not to move. Fucking rock just busts my cheekbone open.
Left. They're just like, fucking this one, one of those shooting duck galleries. This is glass. Turn about.
Aye. Fucking hell, that was so funny when I discovered that was him.
You didn't even know it was him.
Oh, it was just funny because I was waiting for football.
Sorry, hold on. Where are these stones being thrown from that you can't see who's throwing them?
Over the fence.
And this is after you leave.
So we've got this like marching like area next to the big porter cabin where you make your Airfix models and whatever. Do your learning.
Yeah.
So these porter cabins, but they've got this square. And you'll do a bit of drill in there, and sometimes they take you out on the streets and march up and down the streets, cooping, which is a rough part of life. So brave, but it was so funny. I was talking about. I was in the changing room for football when we were 22, 23, and I started talking about when I was in Air Cadets because there was a lad on the other team that used to be in Air Cadets as well or something. And I was like, oh, fuck, I know him from Air Cadets. And Lee Brosnan was like, were you in Air Cadets? And I was like, He's like, I used to chuck stones at the Air Cadets when they were marching. And then you fucking prick, that was me.
Small world, of course it is. You live in fucking Blythe.
One of your best mates. You're like, oh, you hit us with a brick, aren't nice. Aye. And he put my teeth in. So funny.
Aye. Did he ever get you good?
No, not me. Fucking one of the lads though, straight on the head. Straight on the head. I got skimmed once, hit us on the shoulder.
Skimmed? Like you're a pond.
Winged us. It's good training, you're going to be marching up the Khyber Pass when you're at war.
Who are you going to war with? If you're going to war with anyone that's throwing stones, you're a fucking arsehole.
The Arabs.
Fucking, you can stick a tenner in for that one.
No.
In this current climate, you'll be sticking £10 in and you'll be happy about it.
Fine. Pass it here. Oh, God. It's really bad. I just put so much stank on it when I put it in. So what clubs were you in? Scouts.
I did.
Is that why you let the tie in that when you got married?
I did Beavers. I did Cubs.
That's the latest one, isn't it?
No,
Brownies.
not in Scotland. That's brownies. Yeah. What is it in Scotland?
Natalie really wanted to join the Brownies but didn't want to get bullied. Haha, you're a brownie. She's like, aye, great, I make good cookies. Beavers.
Squirrel Scouts, Beaver Scout.
Beavers is the prerequisite to Scouts.
Yeah, so
So you learn how to get molested. then you get fully molested when you're in Scouts.
it goes Squirrel Scouts, Beaver Scouts, Cub Scouts, Scouts.
So what they're training you for in Scouts thing? Because in the Air Cadets, they're like training you to be military.
Aye.
But in Scouts, they're just training you to survive in the woods.
No, I think it's just useful, like everyday things. It's
Life
just,
skills.
Yeah, life skills. Like, you
Yeah.
know, some of it is outdoors, but a lot of it is, you know, fucking sewing or like knitting, writing. I think
Yeah.
you do like a whole bunch of shit in it just to like,
Putting up a shelf.
aye.
Just stay on your dad's DIY.
Yeah.
He just gives you a little badge. There's your badge, so cheers.
Aye, sew it on yourself because both of your parents are alcoholics. Like, get in the car.
Did you used to have your initials on your PE top?
Oh, good
You have to
question.
embroid on, like my mother used to have to put a KH on my little white t-shirt.
Won't stop people nicking your scaffy clothes.
I wear white t-shirts a lot now. I've talked about this. So I bought them just like a job lot of white t-shirts because I wear sweaters all the time.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be underneath. And then I fucking went to LA and all I had was white t-shirts. I
Aye.
was just cutting about them. I felt like I was at PE everywhere I went.
I think I'm a white shirts that stand out.
Plain white tee.
Aye. Non-offensive, nondescript.
A bit basic, innit?
Yeah, but you've seen you, right?
Aye. My arms stay the selling. Aye. My arms sell it. Like, I don't need to wear a loud t-shirt because my arms are loud. Seen these?
Oh God.
You're not a fan?
What am I looking at?
Oh, just even goes that. Even goes that. Do not give me that. I'll translate for myself.
Yeah, if someone fucking asked her.
You.
Aye, I don't think
shall I?
we'll never. I wonder how bad the closed captions are for this on YouTube, given your accent.
I wonder how we're going to spell, hawey-man-yi-knaa-yi-wannee. Oh, like,
Yeah, I wonder what that is.
everyone's like, ooh, Benjamin Netanyahu. What's this going to be?
Why do you continue to strafe close to this subject?
What's your opinion on it? You're going to have a hot chip.
End my fucking life.
They were brutal.
Aye. When did it stop sucking?
I was bloated all day. I went and had an ice cream.
Oh, aye. That must have helped.
That was nice.
Aye. What flavour?
Mint chocolate.
Oh, it's not as bad as.
Actually, I say ice cream. It was like a milkshake, but it was practically ice cream. It was from that place that your wife loves. Shout it out. Do you know what it's called? You don't know your wife's favourite pancake place?
I don't know the colour of my fucking wife's eyes. I asked her when we were in bed last night.
I don't know.
It's blue.
Is it blue?
Aye. I could have guessed blue, but hey, man, that's not nor our birthday nor our wedding anniversary. I
Won't make eye contact with that.
But no, just man, I
my
just
bed
don't retain It's not my.
It's easy for me to remember my wife's eye colour. They all have brown eyes. If not, it would be like kind of creepy, like a husky.
Yeah. No, I don't remember any of that.
Not that huskies have got creepy eyes, but like it does look weird. A dog having blue eyes. They look way more sentient. Not that my wife doesn't look sentient.
Chocolate chip is mint chocolate chip especially is a really shit flavour of ice cream. It's a really shit flavour of ice cream. I know this is going to like stir a lot of people. No, but I'm not here to give you shit unless you are the following person. The following people do not deserve ice cream. If your favourite ice cream is pistachio fucking ice cream.
I didn't mind it.
Oh,
I don't mind it one bit.
what are you fucking doing?
I find that to be the middle ice cream.
mid bottom tier.
No. I'll talk you through it. Top
Right.
tier is going to be fucking, you put your cookie dough and your fudge in there, right? Your mint's in your middle ground with pistachio at the lower middle. And then right at the bottom is just any of the like kind of fruity ones.
You cannot be putting sorbet in the fucking bottom.
Compared to everything I've just said. How
Absolutely.
Think about who it's in a league with.
Any sorbet is infinitely better than pistachio ice cream and mint chocolate chip. Objectively, absolutely, yes.
Disagree.
No.
Hard disagree. I think you get at the gelato shop and you'll see a lot of smooth tops on them ones you like. They'll be breaking the fucking seal on them ones for you. Yeah, the pistachio one, they're going to be digging it out the bottom.
Strawberry cheesecake.
Aye, that's all right. Yeah, I suppose you've gotten in the realm of cheesecake. You're fucking joining the other side now.
No,
Just putting strawberry in there.
No, I agree with you. Like, a fucking chocolate's always going to be a chocolate
Mango,
chip.
please. I'll have the mango.
Delicious, absolutely delicious.
It is
mint
delicious.
chocolate chip. Oh! Can you give me the sensation in my mouth of having just brushed my teeth after a hot chocolate,
Why do you think
and
you
then
brush your teeth? 'Cause it tastes great.
What?
You brush your teeth and you feel fresh, ready to take on the day, ready to kiss a bird.
What is? Oh no! I think it's. But mint anything. See people that put mint on lamb. I'm like, why are you putting the?
You
chewing
better not
gum?
be one of these fucking absolute war criminals who give people licorice chewing gum.
No, absolutely not. Licorice.
Honestly, chewing gum.
Licorice is a disgrace. Licorice is like we're not. On
If you're giving
wartime.
someone a chewing gum that's not mint, you need to fucking lay that down immediately.
Aye.
Mate. Give them, otherwise you're spiking your mate.
Aye, a bit strong. I was gonna go, but like a little bit of like ungranted prostate checking, like it's like that vibe. We're like, oh yeah, look, I know a lot of people do it like this, but you had to tell me what it was so I could put
You
myself.
take a run up.
Aye, come on, man, you gotta let me know. And if I take a run up is important, you gotta let me know you're about to fucking kick me.
What's he running up for there?
I don't think he's a real doctor. Doesn't feel like he's wearing a
I
glove.
think he thought I was going to run.
How long have we done here?
I don't know. What does it say?
37.
Oh, enough.
Aye.
Enough, yeah.
Oh, good. Well, in that case,
Plug your butthole.
thanks. Oh, yeah. I mean, what we got coming up? We're in Europe. I'm in New
Belgium.
York.
Belgique.
I'm in New York on Friday at a venue, the Town Hall, which I'm very excited about. One of the venues in New York I've not played yet.
Liverpool, I'm going to be on hot water. I think on the weekend you're on your honeymoon, actually. 11th or something. One of the weekends in November, I'm on with Dave Longley
Great. Oh, great.
in hot water. So if you want to see the troll live,
Oh, mate, that's got to be a Patreon.
what's that? Should I take the stuff?
Yeah, to have Dave Longley on as a thing, absolutely.
Yeah, sweet. But I'd want you to be on it as well. I've done loads with Dave Longley with just me and him, I'm sure, in the past, when he's done Punch Drunk and stuff. But we've done one with him over Zoom in lockdown.
I would love Dave to come up here eventually and just
Should we just...
get the troll up.
should we actually just...
Well, Nick,
should we just book him like we're running a gig?
No, he'll be doing
Pay-
that. He'll be
pay
doing.
him
Man, he
to get
does.
him
He
up,
does.
yeah.
He does this. He does the stands and he does the glees and he does.
To get him
stuff
when he's
like-
up, yeah.
Aye, he'll be up here at some point.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But it does have to be a Patreon episode for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Come and see us live if and when we're in Europe. India, we're still working on it. We're talking to people.
Yeah, there's lots of cool shit in the works for next year. I was having a look at 2024,
Yeah.
and wherever you are in the world, there's a fucking strong chance we're going to be near you.
And if you want to support this podcast, you can sign up to our Patreon. And is this a Patreon episode?
No.
Not good. You can sign up to our Patreon. Come and give us money so we can just make you more shit that you'll enjoy. And then also, if you want another way to sponsor us, it would help us anyway. We're sponsored by Thistley Cross Cider, and I'm sure there was an advert during this podcast. But just as a reminder, if you go order anything from thistleycross.co.uk and put in the promo code ThistleySloss10, you'll get a 10% discount, and that will help us immensely. It will let them know that we are worth sponsoring. Because
Thank you, Thistley Cross.
Yes.
For believing in us.
Yeah.
Nobody else would.
No, nobody would. We approached them. God, we begged. All right. See you guys next week.